I'm curious as to where your knowledge of structure came about. Because I think I've talked about it a few times on the channel, but like a lot of people don't understand or probably have never even seen what a comic book script looks like. So I know there's no defined format that's universal for everyone, but how did you go about developing your style and how you go about scripting your stuff?
So I think this is where the training that you receive or the way that you're supposed to think as a scientist really came into play.
Mm,
So any experiments that I ever had, whether they were ones that were already done or ones that I had to research, it was me repeating those experiments and then figuring out what from this worked so that I could apply it to this new experiment that I need to come up with in order to find this answer that I need. And when it came to me that I was already like writing about comics. So I was like, hey, I would like to actually write the comics instead of just writing about them. But I had no idea how to do that. So I opened up Google and I was like, hey, Google. What what does comic scripts look like, all of these things. And funny enough, it was House of X, Powers of X is where I found my answer because Jonathan Hickman's scripts were in there. Now in hindsight, looking at his scripts and just House of X, Powers of X was probably not the easiest thing to do, but it was
hmm
something that I did do, and I just kind of studied those and figured out how to make what worked in his scripts work for me. I also ended up getting Scott McCloud's Understanding Comics. So again, like always reading comics, but Scott McCloud's Understanding Comics gave me helped me to start thinking about them as a creator and not just as a reader. And that's just kind of how it went. I can tell you now that the comic script format that I followed then has completely changed. Because as you start scripting more, you find things that work for you and your best way to like convey the information to your collaborators. So your editor, your artist, letterer, colorer, all of these things. You start getting scripts from other professionals. So there have been times that I've gotten a script from Mark Wade and I saw something that he did and I was like, you know what, that actually seems pretty helpful. Let me adapt that
hmm
until what I do. So it's been an ever evolving process, but that very first script that I saw that kind of gave me that framework was a Jonathan Hickman script.